and welcome back to my videos here. I'm assuming that you guys have already run into my other video with in terms of improving hand motor skills, which is a very simple CEFG exercise. And I made it easy for a reason, because I'm actually going to take that exercise and now I'm going to take it to the next level, and I'm going to introduce you to a few things that can really improve your hand motor skills using that same exercise. So this video will be dedicated to what I like to call finger independence. And what that basically means is your fingers, normally they're kind of like attached to each other in, some ways. So you want to kind of get them to do independent things so you won't run into hand stiffness issues when you're doing scales and songs that require, because sometimes you may even have songs where one finger will hold down a note and the other fingers will be doing other things. So you don't want the connections or the closeness of the hands or fingers being an issue when it comes to those kinds of skills that are needed. So I'm going to take the same exercise and I'm going to introduce you to something that's really going to be helpful in making your fingers more independent of each other. And I'm actually going to move the webcam a little bit so you guys can see it's a little bit closer what I'm actually doing here. And you can do this with either hand. I'm going to just do the right hand for right now. So what I'm actually going to do, because sometimes we have a habit of doing like this, where if I press one note, the other hands kind of go flying. So we don't want to do that. We want to actually and this is actually, it's a bit, not that it's harder than it looks, it just takes a lot more focus than what it may seem. So what you actually have to do is very simple, but you want to just actually go very, very slowly. What you want to do is you want to start with one finger. Make sure that the other finger, this is the most important part, make sure the other fingers remain rested on their individual notes. So the thumb will be on C, 2 on D, 3 on E, 4 on F, and 5 on G. In the case of the right hand, the left hand would be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So for the right hand, the idea is to let me straighten this webcam a little bit. All right. So the idea is to keep your fingers rested while one hand is playing. So if you start with the thumb, you see how I didn't move the other hands? Or the other hands. The other fingers, they stay right there. So sometimes, if you're playing, sometimes fingers kind of fly off. So you don't want to you want to avoid that. So what you have to do is thumb goes first, the other fingers stay rested, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna move to the next finger. Let me kind of straighten this webcam a little bit. All right, you're gonna move to the next finger and do the same exact thing. Make sure that no other fingers are kind of flying off the notes. Make sure that they're actually touching the notes while, each finger is playing. So you're going to go to the third finger. And sometimes the other fingers will want to kind of press down, especially when you get to these three fingers here. The surrounding fingers will kind of want to press down along with those. So that's what you want to avoid as well. You want to basically just go thumb, 2 finger, third finger. So, and especially the third finger is really kind of hard. So you want to make sure that the third finger is pressing down and the other ones still stay rested on top of the notes without actually pressing down with, the third finger. Because like I said, we're all connected here. The fingers are connected, so you all want to do the same thing. But you want to keep them independent. So go as slow as you possibly need to for this. So you're going to do thumb, other fingers rested like this, 2 finger, other fingers rested, third finger goes down. The other fingers are still rested on the notes. The fourth finger, especially fourth finger, because the third, fourth, and fifth fingers are normally the weakest fingers. And I'll actually give some more exercises dealing with these 3 particularly. But for right now, we're just doing something very, very simple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Just very slowly. 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Even if you have to go really slow, 3, and you have to think about it for a little bit, 2, 1, as slow as you need to. And then once you really get the hang of it, then you can go just a little bit faster, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of like hand yoga. It's literally like hand yoga. And you want to do the same thing with the left hand. So that really can get your fingers kind of more flexible against each other. And if you haven't already, checked out my #1 secret to sight reading, to easy sight reading and piano playing, you can click the link in the description box of this video. And along with that tutorial, I will send you 6 more free piano tutorials to your email. So click that link to learn more, and I will see you in the next video.